proudly repping Killcliff FC and the Institute of Human Performance. Here is the welterweight contender, Gilbert Burns. Realized a lot of success at 155 pounds before moving up, but certainly most would argue we have seen the best out of Gilbert Burns at 170 pounds.
Well, he doesn't have to deal with the weight cut anymore. He was a big 55-pounder, maybe a little small at 170, but his skill set translates, and it really does work in his division. He is a high-level jiu-jitsu guy, but it's his striking that has impressed me the most. The improvements he has made down in South Florida allow for him to not only compete with the best, but to earn victories most times he goes in there.
You're absolutely right, made his UFC debut back in 2014, challenged for the title in 2021. A lot of fans believe he'll get back there. Gilbert Burns, ready to reward his supporters once again here tonight. Folks, here we go. All eyes are on the undisputed UFC welterweight champion. Future might be in the UFC Hall of Fame, but he certainly didn't want to hear that noise at the fighter meeting. He is focused on the present, and that is this significant challenge against the #1 contender tonight.
Yeah, he's not looking down the line. This is the guy that lives in the here and now. He told us the other day, John, that he has so many more defenses to put himself alongside the great welterweight champions, Kamaru Usman and George St. Pierre. He has got a real idea of where he wants to go, and he feels like tonight is just another step in the road to greatness.
And he's been inspired by all of those great welterweights that preceded him, Leon Edwards among them. Now it's his turn to shine on a big stage here today. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. All right, now for the official introductions, we send it inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Gilbert Burns. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Grandmaster
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
All right, so here we are back in London, England, as the UFC continues to make its presence felt here in the UK, and capacity crowd on hand as usual here tonight.
When the UFC expanded, when the UFC started going all around the world and becoming a global sport, London was a target area. England was a target country because you understood how much the fans care about sport. You watch it in the football game. You watch it. Hear that? Take it for a ride. Nice double leg. Nice finish. Now he's trying to guillotine. Oh my goodness, I think he might have it.
Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense.
Burns in half guard. All right, we'll see how he chooses to defend here.
Great submission defense on display tonight.
Burns is back in half guard.
Changing the position.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Burns back in full mount.
Right hand, left chin, yeah.
Trying to guard pass here, not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transitions.
All right, setting up for a submission now. Oh, he's got the Kimura position locked in now. Also, how about that position over submission as he bails on the sub?
I think that's a great job. You gotta make sure you don't end up in a worse position because you're trying to score a submission.
Fighter trying to pass here, ooh, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do. Yep, gotta be very careful there.
And busy as he looks to improve position here.
Big ground and pound.
Oh, some big punches raining down here, picking his spots well, and hasn't chosen to engage his opponent on the ground necessarily, posturing up and making these shots count.
I mean, why would he when he's having so much success doing it in fighting in this exact same manner that's leading him to be ahead in the fight right now?
Burns got his hand looking for a guillotine.
Look at that, it's tight.
Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed.
Oh, good ground and pound here. These ground strikes really starting to add up. There's another one. That horn sounds means we have reached the end of round one.
Great job that round. He won clearly. Take a deep breath and relax. Look at him over there. It's like a piece of meat. He's beat up. Let's go out there and look for the finish. I want you to see.
All right, so that's the end of the round. A lot of highlights from which to choose, but his success in that round certainly rooted in his offensive takedown game.
And that's what he does, right? He's a grinder. He's the type of guy that wants to get a hold of you, drag you to the floor. It doesn't bother him that much if you get back to your feet. He just wants to continue to make you work the entire time because he understands this type of grind most guys can't keep up with.
Oh, nice jab.
Guillotine jump.
Oh, he might be in trouble here. You gotta be kidding me, he's out. Pretty productive with the strikes here off his back.
Great job changing the position and getting that reversal.
All right, right into side control here, DC. Biggest difference between half guard and side control.
Well, side control to me feels like a little bit less control because now my legs aren't really doing anything anymore. Now I'm controlling you with my upper body. So I've got to be very, very aware. It's still advantageous, but it just seems a little more free-flowing than having something like a half guard.
Now inside the closed guard.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
Oh, that Von Flue choke is tight. Wow, fantastic submission defense yet again. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Well, that was a high-level extended battle on the ground. Now, though, the athletes back to their feet, and no surprise the crowd responds in kind.
The crowd just loves whenever they get two high-level strikers going at it. It was very hard to get back up after getting taken down. But he's got there now. Let's see if he can take advantage of it.
Hook in the clinch there is good. Oh, he's had a huge strike right there. I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job.
Oh, big left.
Oh, my goodness, what a right hand. These boys are going at it. Oh, nice double change. That was a slick transition. There it is. Now he's going to mount. He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
Good movement defensively here on the ground by Burns.
Great submission defense.
1 minute now to go round two. Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least. He's gonna try to take his opponents back here, and he does.
The hard ground and pound is paying dividends. He has opened up a cut.
We might get a stoppage here soon.
Oh, he flattens him on his back now.
Seconds winding down in round 2. Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. And the horn sounds on round 2.
Nice job out there. He's exhausted. Your ground control is unstoppable. Whatever you want to do down there, you can do.
All right, so for one fighter, the round mercifully comes to an end as we look back at some of the action. What a display of ground and pound.
It's his calling card. It's exactly what he's known for. He's known as a brutal ground and pound fighter, and he showed you just then why he's known as that in the MMA sphere. He's the guy that if he gets you down, he will dominate you with positioning and brutal, nasty ground and pound.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Another beautiful strike to the body, really starting to connect at will when it comes to working the body, and especially effective doing it later in this fight. Didn't see a lot of that from him in the earlier rounds. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here.
He's got to be careful here.
Oh, looking for the submission now. Looks pretty tight, DC.
It's getting tight right now, John.
Oh, he's going belly down now.
He goes belly down, J.A.
Oh, he got out.
And notice how he got his body all the way across to the opposite side. Now, he's in the on belly, but it's much better than where he was before.
Oh, another huge ground strike landed by him there. How much more can one man take?
Oh.
Hard ground and pound. Some swelling now starting to appear. Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top. Dominant position for him here, full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you gotta start moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push.
Oh, big shots raining down. Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground.
Oh, big elbow. Oh, he's gotta be careful there, yep. Oh, good defense, yes.
All right, so look at that. A cut has been opened around that eye area.
He's taking shots over and over again to that area, and now he's dealing with a cut.
Under a minute to go.
Nice defense.
Pretty good ground and pound by him here. He told us on Thursday. All right, looks like he's setting up for a finish here.
Arms in deep. Great submission defense. He's able to take his arm out and stay safe.
All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame. You frame and push your opponent away from you. By pushing him away from you, he will then want to come back into you.
Right.
It's like when I push you back, you want to go forward. So as he comes forward, hand goes off the face, let it slip into an underhook, build up to your elbow, then go chase your single leg. This is high-level grappling, John, from a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt named Daniel Cormier.
All right, let's look back at some of the action, DC. Your good friend Mark Coleman, the godfather of the ground and pound, would be proud.
He'd be very proud. He'd be very proud with the way that he showed his ability to use his ground and pound. He didn't waste any action. He did everything he needed to do. He was able to posture. He was able to control risk. He did everything perfectly in his approach in that ground and pound sequence.
All right, so here we go. You can feel the tension. Fourth round is underway. We'll see who has the upper hand.
You feel it inside of the arena. The fighters feel it inside of the arena.
Big strikes continue to land. athletic off his back to avoid that strike from the top. Well, he is really seeing things well offensively here tonight, and he's caused a lot of swelling there on his opponent.
You got to address this now, because it's only going to get worse. Your opponent is not going to let you off the hook. You got to move. You got to change something to try to deter him from going to that spot.
Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he went right into his full guard. What does he do to try to advance himself to give him more of an advantage on the match? This is a terrible position. Watch armbar here. Oh, he's got the armbar deep. Wow, he is landing time and time again on that cut.
Somehow, some way he got out.
These guys are back and forth, but the submission defense wins this transition.
Nice kick landed there by Burns. Well, you've got to admire the urgency here. He is trying to keep the judges out of it, lighten up his opponent left and right. Well, he keeps going back to the well with that left hand, just out of range.
Goes upstairs. Gets the foot to the target. High kick lands.
Collar tie here in the clinch.
Beautiful jab there by the champ.
Well, don't get mad, get even, right? He got stunned by his opponent earlier in the round. He's clearly been losing since. Mentally, it appears as though he's checked out.
A lot easy. Oh, guillotine, guillotine here.
Oh, that guillotine choke is tough.
Great submission defense on display.
Oh, that's a pretty slick reversal right there. Champ, these submission setups aren't that bad, but he keeps getting denied.
Yeah, because he's not panicking. He's taking his time. He knows what to do whenever something is coming in his direction. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to watch a guy comfortable even when he's under attack.
Buzzer sounds for the end of round 4, 20 minutes in the books. All right, there's the horn, and what a round, champ. We got to talk about the knockdown. When you knock somebody down like that, it's got to be kind of fun to strut your way back to the store.
I mean, you are 10 foot tall. When you can drop another person with a strike, you are 10 foot tall. Now, the issue is he did not find the finish, and he used a lot of energy trying to finish that fight.
So the crowd voicing its appreciation after that round. We had a knockdown courtesy of a punch midway through. DC, here's your highlight.
It was straight. He threw him in combination and landed that big punch that really did hurt his opponent. Lesser men would have been done. He's got a tough guy in front of him. He will have to go back to this again. He will have to get back to this action if he wants to get the desired finish.
Ready.
Here we go, 5th and final round. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on.
He passes the half. Oh, right into mount.
High fight IQ there as he targets that significantly swollen area.
That was nice.
All right, trying to pass here. As Gilbert might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard. Now he's going full mount.
All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. Just over 3 minutes now to go in the fight. All right, setting up for an armbar now.
Arm is very tight.
Oh, gives up on the submission now. We'll see where he goes from here. He's having his way with him here. Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Blocked! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter. Nice. Getting the mount here. way to stay aware and stay safe defensively.
Every strike he lands, that cut gets worse.
Yeah, it's getting worse, and he needed to address it a little bit sooner because now that damage is starting to pile up.
All right, so he can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter. Oh, the ground and pound is there. Bottom fighter better move.
Yeah, he's got to move, John. He's got to shrimp and try to either get up or pull his opponent back into him so he doesn't have the posture to land that big damage.
All right, DC, half guard position here. You've done a lot of good work in this spot in your career.
Oh, man, I love this position. And you see this fighter today loves it, too. It is the most secure position in fighting. You get an underhook on one side, you keep a half guard on the other, and then you just go to work. It's the safest position, especially for a wrestler.
Constantly a moving target. Back him out now. 20 seconds now remain in the round. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. What a fight! 25 minutes turned in. All right, so an epic 25-minute championship fight here tonight, and it seems like the incumbent has done enough to retain his title.
They say every time you're fighting, when you're the champion, you get the biggest, baddest guy in the entire world. So, of course, it's going to be close. But I believe the champ did just enough to retain his title.
The official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 49-46, 50-44, and 50-45. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Grandmaster.
All right, so his welterweight greatness continues tonight, and still UFC champion. I think on nights like tonight, you're glad you don't fight at 170 pounds. This dude's a problem.
I mean, he is a problem for anybody. Anybody within the weight area. If he decides to go up, he's a problem at 185. He decides to go down, he's a problem at 155. He is just that good a fighter. Congratulations to the champ.